The name Sadhana is a Sanskrit term for spiritual practice, the thing that you do on a constant level to improve yourself spiritually and physically as well. And I stumbled across that idea, written down in some books, and it just appealed to me for a long time. And I thought, yeah, that's how I kind of feel about surfing. It's not really about even riding a surfboard in particular, just about that connection with the ocean and the thing that you get up and you do so much of it to make yourself feel good, and you feel like you become a better person and you connect better with the world. So it seems to fit, from my eyes, what surfing's about. Yeah, becoming surfboard shaper kind of ran in the family a bit. My dad used to make boards back in the first of the commercial heydays in the early 60s. My uncle did as well. He made boards in Auckland, in New Zealand. My dad was making them in Australia, and he made them in Cornwall as well. He went over and bummed around surfing, and I suppose growing up in the northern beaches of Sydney, I mean, you know, everyone surfs and you just want to get involved in it somehow. I've always been quite crafty as a kid. I always made bits and pieces, and I just really wanted to make my own surfboard because I knew Dad made his own boards, and that kind of definitely inspired me from the word go. And just having that avenue of such a focal point of Australian surfing at the time, like from an industrial point of view, that the northern beaches of Sydney was always at the forefront. And yeah, one thing led to another, and yeah, just passion sort of evolved really. Yeah, you keep motivated because every board you shape, you're sort of visualising where it's going to be, and you know, you get really in the moment with that board as well. So yeah, no, it's good. I think that's the connection as a shaper you have to make as well. I think you've got to visualise how the surfboard's going to work, from right from thickness points and the rockers, everything, just the length and the feel and the smoothness of the plan shape. It's someone else is going to be holding that in their arms just like you are, and you have to be involved. We moved to Christchurch in 2008 as a result of a 10-day camper van holiday. My wife and I have always been wanderers of sorts and lived in Europe and all, bits and pieces in different places in Australia, and never really discovered New Zealand too much. And we came over and we were just pretty blown away with what was on offer. I mean, it was great outdoors country, and I loved the snow and I loved the mountains as well, and it just seemed like a good place between the mountains and the sea really. It was a nice little base here, it wasn't too busy, it wasn't overly quiet, it was a good place to get started, and we're still here. We haven't really moved anywhere, so it's been good. The South Island surf scene's probably something I've never come across as much anywhere in the world. People don't mind travelling a long way to come and look for a board or go for a surf or just go and do stuff. I mean, you can go 3 hours to the west coast and you'll bump into someone you know that lives up the road, either near you or you know someone from the coast. Or if you go to Dunedin, same thing. It's just it's like a really big town, and I like that. It's a really spread out big country town. I mean, we do things our own way down here. We are quite isolated from the North Island in a lot of respects. Definitely not on the map when it comes to from a commercial point of view as well. I think it's a little bit harder down here to get things done, but that's the beauty of it. It is a little bit isolated, and you're used to surfing with 2 or 3 guys in the water and lighting a fire afterwards and just sitting around and having a beer or something after, and just camping on the beach or driving home, and it's a pretty special experience. If I could go anywhere in the world and surf, if you could have if you rubbed a genie in a lamp and you could get any surf trip, maybe Indo without any people, but some of those trips you just make even around South Island are really special when the waves are on. Yeah, the sun sets over the coast, and Kaikoura when it's doing its thing. I mean, some uniqueness up there it's just, like you've never seen anything else like that in your life. It's perfect. The connection of people, waves, and the place itself is again, it's one of the most unique things I've ever seen in the world. Yeah.